Good morning, Carol. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the Braintree celebration for the 4th of July on Braintree Day. We're beginning with the police department.
Yeah, all those motorcycles. First I want to thank you for inviting me back here.
Always a pleasure. And Braintree Police under the leadership of Chief Tim Cahoon. We also have a lot of groups from visiting communities.
My grandchildren are on one of the trucks. Oh my gosh. That was the Braintree Fire Department.
It certainly was.
I think it was all of them.
I wonder who's home covering the station.
They just swore in a new fire chief, Fred Viola.
Yeah, Braintree boy, Joe.
Oh, he grew up in Braintree.
He grew up in Braintree,
nice.
yeah.
Very nice. Well, congratulations to him. I know he'll do a great job.
I think the sirens are going to calm down in a minute.
Oh, yeah. Those are visiting emergency vehicles.
Right. Well, once again, we'd like to welcome everybody to the Braintree Day celebration. And right now we have the Old Colony Model T Club coming. They have 20 beautiful cars, and they just do it for the hobby of it. They just enjoy restoring the different parts of these beautiful vehicles. Take a look at them, Joe.
I can't believe they have them running.
I know.
You know, those things would be sitting as a lawn ornament in my house.
Exactly. Well, we really got quite an introduction to the emergency vehicles. They had a lot of visiting fire engines from it was far down as Hyannis was there, and Braintree Emergency Management System was here. They were always there to help us for local, state, and federal reasons. You know, if there's ever any disasters, we feel safe knowing that they're in charge, watching out for us.
Well, they probably missed our introduction.
I think everybody did. Again, I'm Carol Kippedan. This is Joe Sterling.
Joe Sterling. And I want to thank Carol for inviting me back this year.
Always a pleasure to have an old friend with me, Joe. And so, I guess, listen to those horns. Those are unique, aren't they, huh? That looks like an ice cream truck.
Ice cream truck. No ice cream today.
But, you know, even with the kind of inclement weather, the streets are packed.
I know.
People come from all over to see our parade. It really is. It's a
famous parade
now. You know, it's just a time to bring people together, to share memories.
I was getting ready down by the hall of school, and people were there at 9:45.
Really? Yeah, they've got to get the best seats.
Yeah.
I mean, these seats were out here when I came in at 10:30, and the people just keep coming and going. They go to get something to eat. They visit the Sylvania's Thayer House behind us, which is such a treasure to the town.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a gift shop going on right now.
Oh, they do when it's open?
They have beautiful things in there. They're always putting the effort forward because Braintree is such a historic town.
Right.
You know?
It sure is.
Yeah.
I love these old vehicles.
I know the Hondas are great. The Old Colony Model T Club is being followed by the South Shore Antique Auto Club. They're out of Middleborough, and they preserve and restore the vintage automobiles also. So we'll just take a look at them. They're really beautiful. Again, it isn't raining. I mean, it's a little misty out, but the rain is held off. We're very, very lucky.
And they were calling for a lot of rain this morning.
Exactly.
I know one of my sons came back down here from New Hampshire for the parade.
Oh, he did?
And it was pouring out on the way down.
Really?
Yeah,
I think it bypassed us. We're just getting this little mist, which is so much nicer than the 110 weather that we've been you've been enjoying.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the Old Colony Model T Club.
Yep. It's got some passengers in the back caboose there. And it's great to see so many families come back. The Sterlings have come down from New Hampshire. We've got Steve Kramer's having a family reunion over from Central Ave. They're down in front of the water department. I saw Kate McDonough was here with her grandchildren. Emma May Mellon is here. She's 3 years old.
Oh wow!
We've really seen a lot of old Braintree people coming back to, bring back fond memories of when they were kids, Joe?
Oh, yes.
And
definitely.
all these teenagers are making memories now. They don't realize it.
They don't know it.
But these will be fun memories for them.
I wonder if they drive these vehicles here or if they tow them.
I don't know.
I bet they drive.
Once in a great while, I'll see one on the road.
Yeah.
But well, this doesn't look like a Model T here.
But here come the Corvettes are coming now.
Oh, the Corvettes. These were the hot chicks in school. They always had a boyfriend with a Corvette. Look at that one.
Yeah, they're big time down in Florida when I'm down there.
Are they really? Yeah. This is their 12th year coming to the parade.
Is it really?
Yep.
12 years, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, they take a lot of pride in keeping up these Corvettes.
They sure do. They've been together since 1962. Is that when the vets first started, Joe? 62?
No, actually, I think they started a little earlier.
Oh, did they?
Like
Yeah.
in the late 50s, but I'm not positive.
Wow.
But they are quite the cars.
They are.
I had a friend of mine just bought a 2025.
Wow.
I can't even imagine what he would have paid for it.
What color?
It was white and
Really?
black.
Wow.
I bet he paid over $100,000.
A lot of red ones. Oh, this is a new one
like
this
that
year.
one. I like those colors.
Oh, I like that too. And they all have the unique license plates. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like hot stuff and I'm cool. This one comes every year too. I like this one. Hot number one.
I remember that, yeah. I remember that from last year's parade.
Exactly.
And up after them comes the East Coast Jeeps.
They're a club that they welcome all Jeep enthusiasts. They bring their own music. They're great, fabulous. It's so great sitting in front of the library, Joe. The library does so much for the town. They put so many programs on. I know right now they're having some construction things going on with the HVAC system, so I know they're closed today, but they have so many things going on for the kids. We're really so fortunate here in town.
Yeah, and they have programs that the families use for financial stuff. Advisors come in and they talk to them.
Exactly.
Some lawyers come in. They have a lot of programs.
They have like movies of the month. They have guest speakers come in, like you said.
Yeah.
They really have a lot of programs. So it would behoove everybody to just go on their website and find out what's going on with their public library. And we couldn't have today without Sean Powers, chairman of the Braintree Committee.
Yep, he's been a chairman for a long time.
Long time.
He's been doing this for a long time.
He really has. You know, even as a kid, remember him at the basketball games? He was always donating his time.
Yes.
Always would take score over at East, I remember. You know, he's...
yeah, he's done a wonderful job.
He's a true Braintreeite.
He is.
Yeah, he is. So that is the beginning, and I don't think the camera's caught up, but at the very beginning we had the sponsor billboard truck with the list of all the sponsors who've put this, the whole weekend together in, I believe it's Quirk
dealerships.
Sponsoring the parade
family
today.
Sponsoring the whole parade.
Again, such a good neighbor to the Braintree community.
They really do a lot down here.
They really, really do. And we thank them for all their efforts.
Yeah, they care about the community.
And they certainly do give back. I think we're also going to have the Braintree Veterans Association will be coming up soon.
Yeah, and that's the DAV, the VFW, the Legion, all the different posts.
Right, exactly. And I hear some music, but I'm not quite sure. Sounds like the Macarena coming up, but who knows?
Gotta be a big stereo.
Yeah.
And it is, you're right.
It's the Macarena. I know my music, Joe.
You do. You should be in a contest.
Yeah. We'll get a little break. I think a train just went by up, but
yeah. And this year's parade is dedicated to Thomas Mahar.
yeah, Tommy's family will be coming by shortly. But we want to thank BCAM too while we're here, Joe. BCAM is the non-profit organization based in Braintree dedicated to providing residents with high-quality, informative, and entertaining local programming. If you haven't found BCAM on your TV, you're really missing out because under the direction of Wes Ray, and he's got a crew of great guys, Jerry Cormack, John Orpheus, Sarah Hamilton, Chris Curran, Dave Maybrook, and Dave Eric are here today supporting us. But there is so much going on at BCAM. And sadly, this year we lost the first George Watson, who was on the board from 2005 on. He was the president and director, and we also lost Paul Agnew, who was a local legend. You remember Paul? He was
I do.
He had his own show called Songbook. He was just terrific, and he was so involved in the town. He was a school committeeman. But on the board now we have John Thompson, who's a well-respected photographer. He's really a Renaissance man, John is. Ted Harrington, who's the voice of Braintree High School hockey.
Yeah.
He works with Kevin Casey. And Heidi Hurley, you love Heidi Hurley, former Braintree High School teacher who has her own art show online called Exploring and Creativity and Creating. And she is just so much fun to watch. She would make anybody think they were an artist. But that's from BCAM, and we're just so fortunate. They're here for, they're here for public channels, sports events, concerts. They host Braintree Today, which is a local news program. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
No, I didn't. But,
it's unbelievable. This young woman named Martha, I wish I could remember her last name, but she is the anchor, and she just tells you everything that's going on in town. What's happening at the senior center, what's happening at the library, what's happening in the news. She's just great. They have the government channel where you can see all of the critical meetings that are going on in the town. The finance meetings, school committee meetings, town council meetings, so on and so forth. They also have live streams. They have WOMP TV. They have a little TV station set up for the kids at Braintree High School. Yeah, and they show that. And you can catch any of their shows on their YouTube.
You can pull it up on YouTube, right? Just search for it.
Exactly. I mean, it's great. This year, Braintree baseball teams and hockey. All the teams did really, really well. And
well, the baseball team made it to the finals.
State finals. Yeah, they were unbelievable. But
and
also
it went in extra innings.
But yeah, and I think they were the better team. They absolutely were the better team. But the good thing is BCAM was there during watching, and there's a Mike Wassel is there being the commentator. I love him because he does the basketball games too, and he tells it like it is, and I like that about him. He really does a real nice job. But so BCAM really is, it's a treasure to the town. I just. And it's becoming more and more popular. People are finding it. Once you find it, you never get rid of it. Do you know what I mean?
I love watching the games on TV.
I was watching a documentary that they did, and they got, the program was from Quincy. And it was the life story of Howard Johnson. Did you know he came from Quincy?
I did know that.
Yeah, well, it was such an interesting program.
When I was a kid in Quincy, I worked for Siesta Sleep Shop.
You did?
And a kid that worked there with me, his name was Howard Johnson.
Was he related?
He wasn't related.
Oh.
I thought I was going to get free ice cream.
28 flavors, I know. But it was really an interesting show. But it's nice. They have a real community feel between the different cable stations, local cable stations. So they share different things.
That's wonderful.
Okay, Joe, here we have our veterans are coming up right now. We're always so proud of them. The DAV Auxiliary Unit 29. There's John Thompson right in the front row, holding the flag, doing his luck. Hi, John. I mean, this is quite a walk. A lot of our veterans who aren't as mobile are in the vehicle that's passing by right now. What do we have coming up here? It looks like Quincy's represented, Joe. The Morissette
Post.
Yeah, 294. They always had a good baseball team.
They always had a good baseball team.
And this is the DAV Auxiliary Unit 29. Oh, that's a nice quote. We can never forget these guys. They're the ones that made it possible for us to be here today.
That's right.
I was going to talk a little bit about the Braintree, I still call it the Senior Center, but it's the Department of Elder Affairs. Those people are amazing. There's a lot of things for young kids in town. The sports, the Cub Scouts, the Girl Scouts, the Brownies, and different art stores. But the seniors have such a treasure up over on Cleveland Ave. Have you ever been over there, Joe?
I've only been there once because I do a lot of work over at the Weymouth Senior Center.
Well, Shamilla is the director over there. And she works with Mary Howland and Michelle Metro. You know Michelle? And Frank and Glenn are the drivers over there. And the volunteers are amazing. They have such wonderful programs for everybody. I mean, seriously, the town of Braintree is so rich with these different treasures around town. And the elder services is just, I mean, if you just need to talk to somebody, it's always a place for you to go, have a cup of coffee, a piece of cake, whatever.
Don't you play Mahjong over there?
We have all sorts of things.
You're like a celebrity over there.
No, I'm not a celebrity.
Because when I hear somebody talking about that, they always mention your name. This is top of the list.
Well, Joe, here's the Morissette Post, 294. Nice representation from them. And some people carrying rifles, I suspect that they come with them.
Back in step.
They are, look at them. I think Quincy just had a big parade a couple of weeks ago for Flag Day.
Yeah,
that was
they have
nice.
a big Flag Day celebration over there in Quincy.
And I'm sure these wonderful veterans were a part of that also. I think Grove Manor Estates over on Grove Street has got a representation coming too.
Well, that's a true statement. Our freedom, their sacrifice. So everybody should thank a veteran.
Absolutely. And
your father was big in the military,
he
right?
he was a Marine.
He was a Marine.
Always a Marine. And all the veterans from Grove Manor are here in this van coming by. We'll wave. My friend Jim Lyden, I wonder if he's in there because he was a veteran also. I think there might be a little
lull here.
Little break in the action, but it looks like we're going to see our mayor, Erin Joyce, coming up soon.
Yeah, she's up next.
Yeah, she's had a busy year, busy first year for sure.
It's not an easy town to run.
No,
and they do such a great job.
Yeah,
they take care of all of us.
They sure do. We're right across from the town hall, which always is so impressive to go in. It's just beautiful. Yeah, it seems to be getting more crowded, if you can believe it, with this crazy weather.
Yeah, chairs are filling up.
Yeah, they certainly are. I know there was a lot of people from the board that were of Elder Affairs that were coming up. We saw June Newman. She was here a little earlier. She and her daughter are down in front of her banner that hangs up. The veterans. The streets of Braintree are lined with banners that it all comes out of the Office of Veteran Affairs of people, family members, veterans that come from Braintree, and it shows where what unit they served in the service. In June,
what branch?
In what branch?
Yeah.
And June did that.
Her picture's down by Southside.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I believe my...
well, you know what happens, because the mayor's coming up next.
Everyone
they
wants
to stop. Everybody
wants to shake her hand.
So they have to stop and talk to everybody.
We can talk about a couple of the other things going on in town. On Wednesdays now, they're dedicated to... Have you heard this? They're having Food Truck Wednesdays.
I saw that advertised.
It's unbelievable. You go up to the Blue Playground. It used to be where the Norfolk County Hospital is. It's now Cats Academy.
Yep.
Up going towards Holbrook. And the South Shore Food Truck Association comes, and it's like you can set out a blanket, bring your chairs, and you don't have to cook dinner because the food trucks are there. It's perfect. So that's another thing. I mean, Tuesdays you go to the concerts at Sunset Lake, sponsored by Bell.
Love them.
Oh yeah, and they just started up again. So Tuesdays was postponed until Thursday because of the rain, but you know, it's just great. There's every night of the week. There's no excuse for people to stay home.
No.
Unless they want to.
I love going to those concerts.
There's always something going on.
Ron DeGangi used to play up there.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he had a great band and a great following.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Mayor Joyce's banner coming up. I don't see Mayor Joyce. Someone's probably pulled her into the crowd.
Maybe we'll be lucky and she'll sit down and talk to us for a couple minutes.
That would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
I see her. I think she's in royal blue.
Yeah, there she is. I can see her coming up. I can hear the pipes and drums.
Hi, Erin. How are you, Mayor?
Hi, Erin. How are you?
It's so nice to see you.
Oh, it's so great to be here.
I know. Are you enjoying yourself?
I'm having the best time. This year we're celebrating the Born in Braintree folks. So we have marching with us John Adams, John Quincy Adams, and John Hancock. So I'm not sure if you saw them.
I didn't see them. I love them though.
And then we have a sticker this year.
Oh, I love
this.
this.
So we brought you some of those.
Thank you so much. I don't know if they can get a picture of that sticker.
They'll be around. We'll give you a couple extras.
How are you doing?
Great.
Oh,
great.
good.
Happy Braintree Day.
Oh, same to you.
Have fun today.
We will.
is the Boston Police, the Gaelic calling pipes and drums.
I love listening to the pipes.
I do.
And they're so professional, and they take such pride in their
they're so good.
in their presentation.
I don't know how they play them.
I know. I know. I would say you've got plenty of hot air, Joe, so you should be able to play.
I probably should be good at it.
And how lucky are we? Our Congressman Stephen Lynch is here.
Just saw him on TV again the other day.
Oh my God. We
Yeah.
are so fortunate in Braintree to have Stephen Lynch. And I have to say, I think he's probably the most popular guy in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I do.
You know,
That's for sure.
always fighting for us, and
He's a very down-to-earth guy, and
He is.
really cares about all of us.
I think a couple of years ago I saw him rollerblading over at Castle Island.
Did you?
Yeah. I didn't bother him because I didn't want him to think, you know.
Yeah.
But he was there doing his job.
There's State Rep Mark Cusack.
Oh, there he is. He got dressed up for the day.
Yeah, he's on. Yeah, he should have had that on Tuesday.
Yeah. I know. Hi.
Mark, how are you? Good to see you, buddy.
Hi, sweetie. How are you doing? Having fun? We just said you're dressed for the occasion perfectly. I know it is. It's perfect. Thanks for coming over. And there's Elmo. Elmo and
Cookie
Cookie.
Monster.
With the politicians. Good place for them. Oh,
They'd get my vote.
yeah. Oh, do you hear all the little kids screaming out for Elmo?
Yeah.
I don't think Cookie's allowed to eat cookies anymore.
No?
I don't think it's politically correct. But I could definitely be wrong on that.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes Congressman Lynch.
There he is.
You know, people talk to him, and he remembers everybody.
What a
just
memory
does
he's
such
got.
Steve! I didn't mean
almost missed the best
Congressman,
part.
I didn't mean to call you Steve.
No,
I
hey.
wanted to get your attention.
Hey, you works as well. You know? Hey, you get over here.
How are you? Welcome, Congressman Lynch.
You know, I was worried with the weather that.
It's Braintree.
Yeah. It was the first time in 20 years that I've not seen the sun.
I know.
You know, but and I thought it might dampen the crowd, but not at all.
Not at all.
No,
I
a
know.
lot of people-
We figured that we watched that everyone's grabbing you and pulling you in.
Yeah, here are.
And
this
your
is
pipe fitters unit, I love this.
Pipe Fitters 537. This is the team that just won the championship in the majors. So
They
they're
did?
very, very proud. Yep.
Oh, isn't that great?
Yeah, little leaguers. So yeah.
Plus, everything's
wonderful
good.
to be here.
Oh, always
Yeah.
love to
Good
see
to be
you.
home too.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm sure it is.
Washington's not a happy place,
No,
but
well-
I will have to say though, it's such an honor to represent the town of Braintree.
And we love you. You
Yeah,
know
we're going
that.
through all. Well, I love you back.
I know.
You know, yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much
Keep
for
the
stopping
faith.
by. We
Keep the
will.
faith.
We
All right.
absolutely will.
Happy 4th of July, everyone.
Yeah, now you gotta
Thank
catch
you.
up.
What a great guy.
He is. He's
Yeah.
the salt of the earth.
He really is. And here's one of the Bell trucks, Joe. Bell Electric Light Company powers our home schools and the proud sponsor of Braintree Day. They're our hometown electric company, and how lucky are we? We never have
I
big
think
bills.
we have the best electric company
We never lose electricity.
in the Northeast for sure.
I know.
If not the country.
Exactly.
I rave about it to everybody. What they do for us as residents.
I know. I have my sisters live all over the South Shore, and they're always saying, "Oh, you're so lucky to live in Braintree," and we are.
Yep.
And we do appreciate them.
They are amazing. Even if you have an outage, it's fixed in no time.
I
They
know.
repair everything. It's so
They
good.
take such pride in their product.
Yep, and they respond to everything.
I think it's such a unique situation too. I don't know anybody else that has their own. Everything else is like, what was it, mass grid? Is that what they call it, Joe?
Yeah, like a national grid.
National grid, yeah.
And let me tell you, they pay double.
And in the winter, When the town goes out, all my relatives can stop over.
Yeah, everybody comes down to Braintree when they lose their power.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, that's probably a commodity.
Oh, look at the little light bulb. Yay!
You get one of them, they get all excited.
For sure. Okay, Joe, we got the Braintree Town Council coming up. All of our local representatives.
Yeah, and then we get some government officials right behind them.
Right. And you know, these are the people that donate their time. They go in, they make the hard decisions or the easy decisions, whichever side they're on.
I don't think they're ever easy.
No. You know, and I know my dad used to say half the people will always love you, but half the people will always find fault. So, but they're the ones dedicating their time. So we like to see that. This Meredith is my counselor. She's fabulous. And they dressed appropriately, so that was good. Yeah. They didn't know what kind of weather we were going to have today.
They're throwing all kinds of candy out there.
Yeah.
The kids are going crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Even the little kids on the side of the road, they're carrying bags to throw all the candy in and pick it up.
We used to bring pillowcases.
You did?
Yeah. Just to get that one more extra lollipop.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta have something. You can't fit them all in your pockets.
No, no. So another little break in the action here, Joe.
Yeah, as I was saying with Tom Mahar, you know, dedicating the parade to him. You know, he's got three. I believe he has 3 children.
Yeah, they're all going to be here today.
Yeah, and I think he's got 7 grandchildren.
Wow.
He went to Braintree High School.
Yep.
He served in the U.S. Navy.
Yeah.
In the Vietnam War.
He was a head custodian of the Braintree High School for 55 years.
55 years.
I went to his retirement party. I think it was in February. Yeah. Tommy and I have known each other since junior high school.
Who would have a retirement party in February?
Well, he wore his Jimmy Buffett shirt. Everybody there was in Jimmy Buffett shirts. It was great. But Tommy was such a character. Anyone that knew him liked him. And it was such a tribute to him when he passed, because the procession at his funeral went up to the high school. The kids from the high school all came out with the teachers.
Did they?
And they stood around in silence as Tommy went by for the final time. But you know, he lost his wife a few years ago and broken-hearted. It was such a lovely marriage.
Yeah.
You know, it's just such a...
I knew Tom for years. You know, I coached his kids. And
anytime
Tommy.
if you had a basketball game or anything, you'd call and say, Tommy, can you open this school or that school? Or
he always
whatever.
showed up.
Always was there. Always.
You know, so he was one of the kindest, caring people I knew.
Absolutely.
And he was so good to people. And I knew him for years and years and years. And it was an honor to call him my friend.
Absolutely. Okay, Joe, the American Cancer Society are here with representatives from the last Relay for Life, which just took place a few weeks ago. This is their 24th
year, right?
And I'll tell you, anyone that's been touched by someone with cancer can appreciate the work that these people do. It is absolutely
They're amazing people. It's not easy to do that work.
Yeah. And I can tell you, they're just so dedicated. They just do such a nice job. and this is our sheriff, Norfolk County Sheriff, Patrick McDermott. One year he actually had a flatbed truck and he was singing. He was singing? He was very talented.
Wow.
He really was. He has a lot of nice programs for the kids of town too, up in the sheriff's office over behind the Cats Academy.
Right.
You know, he really does a nice job also. But and this is Walter Timilty. He used to be our senator, and now he's the clerk of the courts. I miss him. He always you'd see him at every function in town, like Memorial Day, Veterans Day. Always
Wasn't his father a clerk in
Yeah, I
courts,
believe
too?
so. I believe so.
Prior to him, yeah.
He told me he would come back this year, so I'm glad to see him. Walter, how are you? You said you'd come back this year.
Always.
In a different capacity, but always so nice to see you.
As your clerk, great to see you all.
Great to see
So
you.
good to
Happy
see you.
4th to everybody in Braintree.
Same
Thank
to you.
you.
And congratulations on Braintree Day.
Thank you
The
so
parade
much,
committee
Walter.
did a great job,
They
and our
did.
mayor and our council.
Yeah.
It's an honor to be here.
Oh, always so good
Thank
to
you.
see you.
Love the
See you.
staff.
Good, thanks.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Happy 4th.
And here is the tribute to our pal Tommy, and you can see their shirts. They all have their Jimmy Buffett shirts on. There was nobody like him.
Nice.
We love Tommy. We have the Hobby Knoll stables and horses right behind them.
Those horses are beautiful.
They're amazing. They're amazing. The Hobby Knoll's been around for many years, and it's always come by.
Is this the Roma band?
The Roma Band musicians. They put a little snap to your step, Joe.
I don't think anything can put a snap to my step.
The Roma Band musicians were a long-standing tradition of crowd-pleasing Italian and patriotic melodies.
They're not bad. They're pretty good.
Yeah, they began in 1919. Can you
That's when they
imagine that?
started?
Yep. North End of Boston. They perform all over, and they love the crowd participation. And they were dressed for the occasion too. They had
were.
their
They all
slickers
had-
on.
They all had the
They've been
trash. I think those are trash bags.
No, they've been down to Disney a couple of times. Every time you go down, you forget them at home, and then you have to buy
You
them.
gotta buy
They're
them.
$8 a piece.
Yeah,
So.
they're not cheap.
No. Well, they did a nice job. They pepped up the situation here. That's great. And these vehicles are from Clean Harbors of Braintree. Do you know the original president was Alan McKim? He was a Braintree boy.
Didn't Bob D have something
Bob
to
D
do with
was
it, too?
involved with it also.
Yeah.
And anytime there was a major spill, and there have been many, as we know, they go out there, they clean up the mess. They do over 13,000 incidents a year in North America.
A year,
A
huh?
year.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, what a forward-thinking young man.
Sure
really,
was.
you know. We have a lot of trucks in here, and then of course we've got the Bruce.
Hey, how are you? Excuse me. President of Clean Harbors right here.
Hi, how are
Get an
you?
interview.
Sure.
Yeah, come on over.
And we have the Brewster ambulance. We've got an antique Brewster ambulance, and we've got a current day Brewster ambulance. They're the ones that, anytime you call the 911, they're there. Oh my God, is there anybody that we can be proud of them than the Braintree Womps? These kids, I think there's the East Braintree section, are going over to Cooperstown.
Cooperstown.
Going to Cooperstown, and they're fabulous. I know my grandson Owen's team is going over to the 12-year-olds over in Braintree American League. But this is absolutely great.
Yeah, the kids
I think Hillary went. Your daughter Hillary went a couple of years
She took
ago.
her son Dylan, and they had a great time there.
Yeah?
And sometimes they played games at 2 in the morning.
Wow. And then we have Braintree Pack 22 from the First Kong Church in Elm Street. The Cub Scouts making lifelong friends. They're terrific. And here's Johnny Mento pulling the rest of the members of Pack 22. I love to see the Cub Scouts continue. They have lions and tigers, and Bears, you're supposed to say oh my. The
Oh
Wolves,
my.
the Wolves, the Webelos, and the Eagle Scouts. I mean, it's such a great organization because there should be something for every kid.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If it's not sports, it could be the Cub Scouts, it could be arts, it could be anything. But as long as there's a place for everybody.
Something for everybody to do something.
Right. And this vehicle is from the Current and South Shore, Joe. It's a new.
Isn't that a senior living
It is.
facility?
It's a new memory care respite situation. It's assisted living and so that you can provide care on your own terms.
Nice.
So you can make your own decisions.
Isn't that in Weymouth?
It is. It is.
Are these the Roberta Clemente dances?
They are the Roberta Clemente dances, Joe.
And that was established in 2001.
They have a good group too. They do baton twirling, flag throwing. They get the boys and girls together in the community. They provide a sense of belonging, and they just work together. You know, I guess pom-pom twirling is a new thing.
Is it?
Yeah, I never knew of pom-pom.
They don't do flames, do they?
I haven't seen any flames. I think let's register today for Braintree Youth Football. I love this. And cheerleading. They're on a Blue Hills towing flatbed tow truck. Look at those cheerleaders. And they'll be the future stars.
Yeah, they will. Do they have a cornhole tournament coming up?
I think they do.
I think it's, what's the 30th? Monday?
Monday, yeah. You know, it's a fundraiser and it's fun. Do you know what I mean?
Do we know where they're having the tournament?
I do not
don't
know.
know
But if
either.
you went to their website, I'm sure you could find it.
It'll come
Yeah.
up on there. Those cornhole tournaments are always fun.
Yeah. And we'd like to see it's like a feeder system into the football teams
Football
and the
program.
cheerleaders at the high school.
Yep. These guys coming up with a Cheer Sports Sharks music band, right? The marching band.
Uh-huh.
And they were the national champions.
Really? They look good. Yeah. American Legion Band from Waltham.
1948 they were established, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
And this band actually traveled to Moscow. I don't know if these individual people did, but can you imagine that, going to Moscow?
Yeah, I'd stay home. I'd be afraid I couldn't get back in.
Nothing like a marching band, Joe.
Oh, I know.
I love it.
I know. There's way more. I think these are the military, the Mass Military Vehicle Collectors Club.
Wow. Take
These
a
are
look.
all privately owned,
Yeah.
and they maintain and preserve all military history.
Wow.
And last year, not last year, but 2 years ago, they had a helicopter from
Really?
Vietnam.
Really?
And it was amazing to see it in the parade here.
Was it big?
It wasn't huge, probably held about 10 people.
Wow.
But the next day I went to breakfast down in Plymouth,
Yeah.
and who was I sitting with? It was the guy that owned the helicopter.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he had bought it, restored it, and he did all the plays.
Wow. It reminds you of watching the TV show MASH.
Yeah.
When you
Oh,
see
yeah.
these vehicles, yeah.
Wasn't that so good? That was so funny.
Oh, it was great. It was a great show. It must be a lot of effort to keep these things up. I mean, where do you get parts for these?
Yeah, how do you find the parts?
I know.
You gotta hunt the internet. You'll be lucky to find them. They probably have to make some of their own fiber.
Yeah. Wow. Well, we know the horns work.
Yeah, I got them working. Yeah.
Imagine if these vehicles could talk, Joe, what they've seen.
Oh, I know. I know.
And they're in immaculate condition, aren't
They
they?
are, and I can just picture them driving into the towns
Yeah.
overseas. People cheering for them.
Joe, I think there's a little break right now, but I wanted to talk to you about where the parade starts up near the RMV over on Plain Street.
Yes.
They're doing the Monadequat River Restoration Project. And it's a combination of different agencies, so the Town of Braintree Community Preservation Committee and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Foundation. We're going to have a herring run here in Braintree.
There is?
Oh my, you have to go by it and take a look at it.
Yeah, and
It's
see the work they're
unbelievable.
doing?
They're restoring the channel of the Monadequat River. They removed 2 dams. The water's going to flow. For the first time in 200 years, the river herring will reach the Great Pond Reservoir. It's a huge ecological achievement. It's unbelievable.
Just passing us by right now is Troop 19, the Boy Scouts.
Wow, look at
They're
that.
having a camp out this summer, a gym night, and they do all kinds of projects around town.
They do a lot of service projects, Joe. I know they're cleaning up like the Moose Lodge and also the Sons of Italy. They're really an amazing group. And here's the Hingham Militia, the 2nd Suffolk Regiment. The unique thing about these groups here, Joe, is everything is historically perfect. Every outfit that the ladies are wearing, every bit of the uniform that the gentlemen are wearing, are exact of what, if you opened up a,
Of what they would.
up a textbook, this is exactly how they would look. And they take such pride in their work.
Do a good job.
They sure do. This year, the Historic Society had a tea over at the town hall, and they had a young woman who was mimicking Deborah Sampson was her name, the first woman in the Revolutionary War
Really?
who served
Really?
as a man.
Oh, wow.
It was amazing, and they just dedicated they just dedicated a statue to her in Walpole because she was from the South Shore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But
See, I learned something every day.
her story was tremendous. The Historic Society, actually Marta Googans ran it. It was magnificent, a high tea. So we sat there drinking tea and having little sandwiches and things. And this woman was up on the stage performing. It was,
Oh, wow.
It was amazing. So we thank the militia. They really did a nice job. That sounds like the Norwood Colonial Boys and Fife and drums. What do you think?
I think it's them coming up next.
I hope they play some songs up here.
Right in front of us,
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
We'll swing the camera over.
I think they're out of Norwood, aren't they, Joe?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Irish American. There's the flag.
It stopped right in front of us. Carry your wish.
Perfect.
Put that camera right on them.
parade, we always have candidates, Joe.
All the candidates jump on these parades.
And I love seeing young people getting ready to participate in town government.
Yep,
And this is
the politics. Out here
Justine,
marching.
I don't want to mess up her name, but it looks like Huang.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, she's running for councilor at large. We wish her all the luck. Because we both know it's not an easy job
Nothing's easy when you're
in politics. Exactly.
No matter what you do in politics, wasn't it your father that said 50% of the people
Love you.
love you and 50%
Yeah.
can't stand you?
It's kind of like, what have you done for me lately? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And now we've got some representatives here from the Kidso Land, Kiddos Land, Child Development Center. And they're focusing on bilingual preschool, which is kind of nice on Granite Street.
That is nice. They do a nice program over there, I heard.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're, like you said, they're over, it's preschool, and they're over there in, actually the preschool, they do after school programs.
Right. And it's nice for the kids that perhaps are just moving in
Right.
and don't have that comfort zone yet. And this group here, this is the Lucas Flynn Donate for Life. This is an extraordinary story. This young man, I don't know if you remember, a few years ago,
I do.
was killed, and what he did, he was an organ donor, and he saved the lives of five other
People.
Yeah, I mean, there's a beautiful sign right up past Ricciardi's, dedicated to him. He turned a heartbreak into something positive.
Yeah. This is a Mexican marching band.
Eso, compadre.
Not only are they Mexican and they can cook at Cielo's Mexican restaurant, but they can sing. They're the whole
Who
package.
knew?
I know.
Who knew?
Outstanding.
This is Quirk. Quirk
yeah.
Cars. And don't forget, they're the sponsor of the whole
Absolutely.
parade.
It looks
Just
like
one of the many things they do.
the Elks Lodge is right behind them. 2232.
Yep, Weymouth and Braintree.
Weymouth and Braintree in their new facility up on the old DAV, up on Liberty Street. And I have to tell you, Joe, they have something going on every weekend. A group of friends of mine, they had a 60s band playing over there.
Did they? Yeah.
We went up there. It was fabulous.
Yeah, they do a lot of good programs.
Well,
I'm a
and you-
member of the Elks.
Yeah. It was wonderful. You just went in, sat down, you could get a pizza, you could get whatever you wanted. There was dancing. It's such a friendly, welcoming group of people. And that was nice. And they're getting to enjoy the Mariachi International Band.
You can
How
be right
lucky-
behind them the whole way.
I know. I wonder if we're going to see the Mexican hat dance. Remember that in school? That was in gym class.
That'll be us bouncing all over.
Yeah. And again, we thank the Quirks for sponsoring us and putting in their beautiful vehicles.
I
That
know.
must be the one coming up for next year.
Well, these lucky people from the Elks, they get to ride in the convertible.
Wow.
I think it might be a Camaro.
Yeah. Is it?
Yep.
You know your cars. You know, they're such a good organization too, the Elks.
They are.
They
They do a lot for the
scholarships, things we never see.
They always
They're
put
helping
on dinners
families.
for the veterans.
Yeah. And there is the Elk. I wonder what his name is. Edward, maybe. Edward the Elk.
Edward the Elk?
Yeah, could be. Could be.
Well, Edward should get out and walk around and give kids candy.
Edward, hold your head up high.
Yeah. Stop drooping there.
There he is. There he is. He's waving. Wait. Looks a little like Bullwinkle. It must be his cousin. Do you think?
It's got to be related.
Yeah. Somehow. They do have a drug awareness program along the South Shore.
They always have the hoop shoot.
Bye, Pat.
These must be just the outriders. They have an organization where they ride around.
Yeah.
They go for cars. They might go out to eat.
You know, the nice thing about them too is they go to people that are alone. They don't get to see others. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They visit people and they ride for a cause. I love that. And they have balloons. Who doesn't like a good balloon?
Oh, they must have the motorcycle riders too.
And I guess they just started this with the motorcycles. You could have joined this group.
Yeah, good. I know they have them down in Florida in the winter.
Do they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It promotes camaraderie. I love that. And another benevolent organization right behind them are the Knights of Columbus. Also been around forever in Braintree. Council 1462. Again, these are the brotherhoods that existed when we were kids, and you don't hear about them as much, but they're still there doing the job.
Yep.
In service to one, in service to all. And there's Kevin Reardon right there at the end. You see Kevin?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Kevin. Good, honey. How are you?
Thanks.
Attaboy. I can remember my father would go to the meetings, and they used to wear the whole outfit, and they had a sword and everything, and we just thought he was home. He never became Grand Knight, but he was somebody. I don't know what, clerk of the courts or something. I don't know what. But that was quite an organization. It still is. The Knights of Columbus. And this is the BCL Law. It's also a big sponsor of the parade today, and they focus on personal injury. Belusu, Kramer, and Levin, BCL. I'm not sure where they're located, but I think they're pretty new to Braintree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're sponsoring the parade also, huh?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, look who's here, Joe.
The Shriners are here again.
The Shriners
little
are
mini
here.
trucks. The tractor trailers.
Perfect. When do you see how they move these vehicles around? They're unbelievable. Look at this one. Look at this one with the smoke. They ride around in these things. Imagine if you were a kid and you had one of those.
Oh, yeah. You'd bring a head. Yeah, I always like these little trucks here.
And we know the Shriners do so much for burn victims, Joe.
Yep.
In town. They support the Boston Burn Center. They're really an amazing. Look at how they manipulate these things.
Yeah.
Oh, talking about creatures, Joe. Creatures are coming down.
Oh, they were a hit. They were a big hit.
The big Nazo.
The kids love these people.
They do. Every year, one of them really freaks me out up the top.
They all freak me
They
out.
remind me of, look at this one here walking down, Joe. He's like 8 feet tall, 10 feet tall. Oh, there's one on the other side too in pink.
Yeah, one across me, Joe.
They remind me of the Star Wars people in the bar room. Do you remember?
Yeah. one of those crosses.
Look at this. Dave, our cameraman, is looking on in awe. Joe, here's the 1946 Williams Copeland oil truck. Look at that.
That's pristine.
It is. It's unbelievable. What a beautiful job. And still in business today.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. What a beautiful antique truck. 1946, I wasn't even born then. Hard to believe, I know.
Yeah, me neither. Can you believe it?
And we have Project Delta right behind them, helping first, responsive help kids in crisis. And you never know where that's going to be. There could be
Could be anywhere.
a young child, could be a next door neighbor, and you'd never suspect it. But you know, Project Delta is there,
They're always there to
always there to help if they're in need.
help. Just reach out to them. Oh, come on, man. Stuffed animal.
Oh, look at those little. I guess we don't look like we
Come
deserve
on,
one.
come on. Throw me
Wow, they're getting tons of them. Thank you so much. Thank you. I get myself a flag.
one. You're getting all the toys.
I'm getting all the toys
You
here.
didn't get the stuffed animal, though.
Oh, no, I didn't.
They didn't even look at us.
No. Okay, who we have here, Joe?
These are pipers, colonial pipers.
The Bagpipe Band.
They're from Norwood, Mass. Pat Sullivan. This is the pipe major. Lead drummer is Henry Warren.
There he is, right there. Excellent. Oh, they're doing a great job.
I believe this is one of the Quirk cars coming up. This is a truck.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. How much does the truck go for, Joe? You just bought yourself one.
80, 90,000.
Wow. That's I like that because it's got the back seat there too.
Yeah, that's probably a $90,000 truck.
Really?
It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, Quirk does give back. Gives back to the town. Wow, Joe, it's jam-packed.
It is jam-packed, and we could use a little bit of heat here and a little bit of sun.
Yeah,
But
I'm comfortable, but you get the thin blood from Florida.
yeah, that's
so.
right. And
Yeah.
but we really lucked out because you imagine how bad this could be if it was pouring
Oh,
out.
I know. But look at the streets. Can you believe the crowds?
Yeah, no.
3 and 4 deep over in some spots.
And I can't even imagine what it's like further down the street.
I know.
I mean, I know they were packed up by Hollis.
Yeah.
But I didn't go past here.
Joe, I don't know if you've read about this, Paulie's Push.
No.
This is a young man, he's coming up. He pushed this vehicle from Boston to Logan to Ground Zero
Wow.
because he had just worked with a lot of the members of the flight that was destroyed in 9/11.
Okay, yeah.
And he does this to keep their memory alive, to raise money for...
So he works for the did he work for the airlines?
I'm not sure. Yes, I believe he did because
Yeah.
he had just left some of the workers that got on the plane and flew, and he's traveled thousands of miles now. He's
I can't believe
gone down to DC, and he pushes this vehicle the
Really?
whole time. He's just really an amazing man. He may come over and say hi, I'm not sure.
And it's for different airlines. I mean, it's all together.
He
It's a
carries
group
pictures of
for
all
people from
of
different
the
airlines.
victims.
Yeah.
Yep. See, he's got the two. I think he was on the tarmac or something prior to. And this is flight 175 with all of his friends, and he's got pictures of all of them on them.
I gotta say hi to you.
I know, Paulie. I saw you last year. You came over, but I thought you were kind of stubbing me this year. I wasn't sure.
No, I forgot. I got lost out here with
I
other
know.
people.
Oh my God, what a wonderful.
This parade's beautiful. I love this parade.
What a
People
wonderful
are
job
great.
you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I was just explaining to Joe how so many of these were your friends.
Yeah, the second flight, I got off that plane the night before. So I knew the crew on the second plane that hit the
Yeah.
tower. So I flew for 10 more years, but it bothered me that no one was recognized as the first responders.
Correct.
So everything's happened in this whole journey of this. I never planned on doing it more than once, and then a guy donated the mobile home.
Wow.
And I-
Oh, this is new this year.
Yeah. Well, no, I've had it, but
Well, it's
this
first
is-
here.
Yeah. So
Well, you
pretty
do.
special.
You do. I think.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I think the
And they
yellow.
want me to. I'm holding the
Paulie,
parade up.
thank you so
There's
much.
a couple of stickers for you guys.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see
Bye-bye.
you next year.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in trouble for holding up the parade.
Well, he's worth it.
He was.
And you know what, Joe? This is the Chinese American Association of Braintree coming up. They're holding two big events this year: the Braintree Autumn Festival and the New Year's Festival.
I think the New Year's Festival would be quite the sight.
Oh, remember the big dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Extraordinary.
My sister-in-law took the two younger boys to Chinatown, and they're in there, Boston all day. They go over to a festival,
Yeah.
and then they hear all these noises, you know, like gunfire and fireworks and all. She said, "Oh, this is great. They're doing fireworks." It was a shooting.
Oh, that's not good.
The kids were on the news.
That was quite a production. Bridging cultures, serving our community. The Chinese American Association of Braintree. Excellence. And I like to think that, no, come by. It's okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you. Well, hey, fortune cookie. That's a good sign.
Well said.
And there's the dragons right there, Joe.
Yep, we're just talking about them.
Lots of candy, and
These kids are making out today.
they certainly are. And look at this is the Marge Crispin Center, Braintree, another wonderful organization. They celebrate
They do a food pantry, don't they?
huge food pantry. They're amazing. That's where they house the Meals on Wheels there.
Yep.
Annie Tolan, oh, she's coming over to say hi. She's
And,
fabulous.
They deliver food to people.
They provide comfort, companionship. But their Christmas festival is beyond.
Is it really good?
It's unbelievable.
I've never
Hi,
been.
Annie. Here again. Yeah, as are you. It's so nice to see you. How are you? Sit down. How
are you?
Good, how are you?
You know, Joe, we were just praising the Marge Crispin Center. Hi, honey. Hi. It's so nice to see you. How are you doing?
It's such a thrill to be here in Braintree because to see the generosity of all the residents and the town employees and the businesses.
And you.
Ah, please.
I was
And
gonna
you
say,
and what
I
you
just
do.
direct traffic.
You do a good job. You do a good job.
somebody has to direct everybody.
Oh, God.
They're calling you, Annie. Yes, we're going to say that on TV too. See you later, honey. Bye. She's an amazing woman. Amazing.
I hear a lot about it.
Yeah.
Matt does food for them and stuff, so I think he knows her.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he does. You know, the generosity and goodness is beyond compare. So if you ever have a Christmas party and you want to keep the kids busy, what do? You hire the North Pole fire truck.
You know, I heard they were trying to, and I thought I was told that they didn't get it.
No, oh no.
But they got it.
They did get it. And all you have to do is go to the website, the North Pole Fire Truck, and it's available for any functions. You're driving the kids around.
Yeah.
Right from the North Pole Fire Department.
Wow.
Oh, and they're throwing out some quality candy.
Oh, I'm going out
Quality
there right now.
candy. I expect you out on all fours out there. Engine 2. North Pole, excellent.
When you hire them, do you get both?
What, the candy? Oh,
No,
the little...
both trucks?
I don't know.
Or just
I don't
the
know.
little one?
You'd have to make a phone call. I'm not sure.
Is this the Rotary? I'm not sure. I can't recognize them yet.
I think this
Look
might...
like it.
Oh, this is the nightlife.
Oh, the
Party
nightlife
band.
party band.
They're appearing tonight. Class of kids. And this is the Rotary coming up. I see again. If you weren't in the Knights of Columbus or the Elks,
Oh, the Elks?
you're in the Rotary. I mean, again, named after our friend Nelson Chin.
Another great man.
Another great guy.
Great
The
guy.
Rotary does beautiful. Everything's about service, helping different people. They're extraordinary.
They've been doing that almost 100 years.
Oh yeah.
In
Oh yeah.
Braintree.
My dad was in the Rotary. They did it. You know, if you were in any kind of business or anything, you'd go there. Do a great job. Oh, are these the Braintree Beasts? I think they are.
Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time.
And this is another
Right foot,
group of great baseball players.
slide to the left. Slide to the right.
Oh, Braintree's been a great job with baseball.
Oh, absolutely.
Chop, chop, real smooth. Give generously. Let's go to work. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. 2 hops this time.
This is the party
2 hops
dance.
this time. Right foot, 2 stomps.
The nightlife entertainment.
Hands on your knees, hands on your knees. Get with it. Yeah. Come on. Chop, chop now, y'all.
Are you, sit down. Are you from Troop 138?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Logan.
Logan. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome. Here, flag.
Thank you.
Thanks, Logan.
Logan's from Boy Scout Troop 138. Lots of guys there. Again, there's nothing like the Boy Scouts. Seriously.
They do a lot of work.
They camp
They
out.
actually go up tonight, or tomorrow, they go up and clean up the baseball fields up at the high school.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, and the town comes with the trucks and they load the trucks up.
Wow.
The Boy Scouts do all of that. Donate their time.
And right here we have the End Zone Sports, where they teach young women how to become cheerleaders. They teach young men how to play football. They have flag football, soccer, and basketball, my favorite. So that's a great organization also. There's just something, you know, if you don't like the basketball, the soccer is there, or flag football, or cheering, or just being a good fan. Do you know what I mean? There's something for everybody.
And we all know what you did for basketball.
Well, and you.
You were.
And I wanted to mention, this year was a sad year for us. We lost Dave Chaperone and John Grugan.
Yep.
And Tommy Hubbard and Alan McLeod.
That's right.
For
That's
the unbelievable presence in Braintree sports, all sports. But they were great guys, and certainly will be missed by all who love them.
Carol here was the mother of Braintree basketball.
Mother.
The job she did was unbelievable.
Well, thank you, Joe.
Well, she had to keep, you had to keep all those guys and all the fathers.
Yeah, I know.
Keep them straight and in line.
Yeah, I know. Those guys were, and yourself, I mean, great guys. And we just saw the princesses, they're walking by, and they're available for parties also. How exciting if you have all your girlfriends over and Elsa walks in.
Here comes my favorite part of the parade,
wow.
the horses. Look at these beautiful
They
horses.
are unbelievable. Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah, I'd hire them for my party.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. But I can remember when I was a kid in Braintree, people actually had horses at their homes.
Did they really?
And they would ride up and down the streets.
Yeah.
It's a sad thing when cars took over, you know, but they are just beautiful. These are the Trail Bosses Association, Joe. They're friends who enjoy horseback riding, they explore the wilderness, and they just get great joy from
those are
from the
beautiful
horses.
horses.
They certainly were. Look at this. What kind of a vehicle is that, Joe? What do you call that?
The lift, the forklift there? The Skyjack?
Skyjack, huh?
Yep. It's a forklift.
Wow.
That's the only way you can get me up in the sky again. I'm not climbing any ladders anymore.
And they're followed by the Nightlife Dixieland Marching Band. They're very soulful, very jazzy. Wouldn't you say?
Feel like we're in New Orleans.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey? Oh, I like that.
Oh, we got a dancer there too.
I like it.
Yeah. Okay, now
Oh
we
my
have,
gosh.
This is it, the Festival
Look
of
what I
Trees.
see. Look who's up on a fire truck.
Who is it?
It looks like Santa.
The Festival of Trees was a new group this year that held a festival. Hey, and sit down. This is Biz English. She was the heart and soul of the Festival of Trees. And Santa Claus waved to us. Festival
his
of
Hawaiian
Trees was
shirt
a
up
huge,
there.
huge success this year. And we have Biz English here to thank us.
Last year we weren't even a thing yet.
I know.
And this year, I mean, we've had tons of feedback and everybody's excited and Merry Christmas.
Yeah, can I tell you, it was an event. You made it what should be an annual beautiful event.
It was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Happy
much.
4th.
Thank you, honey.
I can't believe Santa Claus
Santa
is here.
Claus, you look a little like Santa Claus.
Thank you. That's a compliment.
Yeah, Santa Claus looks great.
I think two of my grandchildren are on the fire truck.
Are they?
Came all the way down from Brentwood, New Hampshire.
Really?
Special guests.
Oh, and what are their names?
Thomas
Thomas.
and Timmy.
Tommy and Timmy Sterling.
Sterling.
Yes.
And Timmy's the prankster.
Is he?
They drove down today, and when they got out of the car, they found out they had two different size shoes on, and one of them was too small.
Yeah.
So they had to go to the store and buy new shoes.
Well, there you go. Well, Joe, we just saw the billboard go by again, which means the 2025 Stars and Stripes Parade is coming to an end.
And again, Carol, I can't thank you enough for inviting me.
I thank you for
It's
coming.
always a pleasure.
Always so nice to have
You do all the work.
And BCAM, again, Wes, we want to thank you and your crew. You do a fabulous job. And to all the people of Braintree.
They do. And BCAM, thank you very much for putting up with me.
Oh, you were fabulous.
They had to put the mic on me and get me dressed up here. So.
And it was just great. And we thank all of you, and we hope you get a chance to go to the fireworks tonight. I think the festivities start at the high school around 4.
Yep.
The fireworks are at 9:30 with the weather holding up for us. And So I say a happy 4th to all of you here in Braintree. Enjoy your day, and we'll see you next year for the 250th.
Happy 4th to you, Cal, and
Happy
happy 4th to all you people.
Thank you.